Hello friends, today we are going to learn about the traditional costumes of men staying in the different states of India, that is Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Let us understand in detail about the costumes of men belonging to the Maharashtra state. Maharashtra is a vast and Marathi speaking region of India, which is the northwestern side of India. It is a fast growing economic hub of India. More than 85% of the people living in this state follow Hindu religion. The basic costume of Maharashtra men is similar to the costumes of men belonging to the other states who follow Hindu religion. Traditionally, men wear dhoti and feeta, while women wear choli and sari. But with the change of time, young Maharashtrians are just following the Western clothes and Western fashions. The traditional men's costumes is sadara, which is an upper garment, and dhoti, which is a lower garment, but they follow a very unique style of wearing this. Now let us understand Brahmins men's costume. Brahmin men do wear barabandi, which is a traditional upper garment having its own style. It is a long tunic like garment having fastened on the right side with the strings. Due to the British influence in British era, a western style coat is worn over the barabandi by many men. Barabandi is a popular garment in earlier times. A modern Brahmin nowadays prefer to wear sadara or a jabba, which is a loose long length garment, a shirt like garment made with a cotton or a silk on a traditional occasion days. The Brahmin men wear a special type of lower garment called dhotara. Dhotara is an unstitched dhoti used as a lower garment. It is a 50 inches cloth with a 5 meters in its length. It is wrapped around the waist in a form of characteristic style. It is something similar to the Bengal dhoti. The cloth is taken around the waist and made into a knot at the front side. The pleats are then formed for a particular length is tucked again into the front waist. The bottom side of the pleats is spread out and the central point of the pleats is being pulled backwards between the legs, forming a bifurcated garment. The way of tying the dhoti or dhotara gives a immense freedom of movement and comfort. The lower ends of the front pleats niryan is not allowed to dangle in the front. They are taken back and tucked in the front waist. This presents a beautiful zigzag pattern in the front side. The hind pleats kosa are so neatly tucked that no loose ends are allowed to flap about. Most of the Marathas wear dhoti as a bifurcated garment. It clings to the feet as a tapering pajamas. The other style of lower garment worn by the Maharashtra Brahmin men is sovali. While performing religious occasions, Brahmin man has to wear sovali, which is generally made in silk fabric in a bright colors, that is pink, yellow, purple, orange and maroon. Pagadi is a traditional headgear for Brahmins. It is decoratively stitched with a silken fabric and it is tied with the red and dark colors. A gold or a silver brooch is studded with the precious stones can be tucked into the pagadi in the front side. In the historical city Pune, the pagadi is called as Puneri pagadi, which is used in a characteristic style by all the Brahmin men of Maharashtra. The another style of headdress used by these men is uparni. It is a type of scarf worn over the shoulder or sometimes it is wrapped around the head. It is generally made either with a silk or a cotton fabric. Now let us see Maharashtrian landlords' costume. Their costume is very unique style and generally all these landlords follow agriculture, that is either cultivating paddy or wheat. Sadara is a upper garment which is generally made in the shirt form up to the knee level. It has a short opening in the front with the buttons. It has a collar or sometimes stitched without collar. It is made in a pastel shades or a white soft cotton material and generally silk is used during the religious occasions. On day-to-day use, khadi fabric is generally preferred to prepare sadara. Angarka is another style of upper garment used by these landlords. Angarka is a coat-like overgarment that is generally worn either on kurta or sardara. Generally, royal families has the practice of wearing beautifully designed angarkas as a coat. Coming to the lower garment of Maharashtra landlords, dhotara is generally used as a lower garment for these men also. but generally they do have unique border which is running throughout the length. Coming to the headdress, pita or pataka is the commonly used turban which is either freshly folded or pre-folded turban is used as a headgear. These are folded over the head with the help of a piece of cloth measuring 12 inches in width and 2 meters in its length. One end of the stand erects up between the head and the ears, and generally it is being tucked with the feathers to indicate their unique style. The other loose end is either left on the shoulder or on the back side. Pagoti or pagadi is another style of headdress, generally made with a twisted rope like fabric. It is used by Marathas or Mali community men belonging to Maharashtra. The method of folding these headgears varies from community to community. With these headgears, we can identify the men also belonging to a particular community. Gandhi cap is another style of headgear used by the men, and generally this is associated with the freedom movement, generally made with the khadi fabric. Commonly, footwear is not used by the traditional Maharashtra men, but agriculture landlords, those who are working in the fields, prefer leather footwear or a cotton footwear. Koli men is another community. These are the fishermen belonging to the Maharashtra. Coming to the upper garment of this Koli men, bandi is the upper garment for these fishermen, which is a sleeveless jacket which is called as bandi. Coming to the lower garment is a very unique style made in a colorful form and with the unique stripes. It is a piece of cloth which is checked pattern with the bright colors. It is draped in such a manner that the hind tucking covers the back, and in the front with a loose triangular flap hanging down from the waist, the diagonal sides of which covers the mid thighs. Generally, other nomadic tribal people from Maharashtra, there are so many communities, all generally follow Hindu religion, and they wear a similar style of garments, that is dhotara as a lower garment and sadara as the upper garment, or sometimes some men do also wear bandi. Fita and fataka or a Gandhi topi are common headgears among the tribal men also. Now let us understand the men's costume from Karnataka. Karnataka is a southern state of India with the people who follow the traditional dresses that show the harmony and modernity of the culture of the people living here. The state of Karnataka is inhabited by many tribes. Their lifestyle is expressed through their unique colorful costumes. Most of the men do follow strict dress code to keep their traditional clothing alive, as they are too religious, emotional and closely connected to the nature. This state has established an ideal example of blending present priorities with the tradition to achieve the best of its costumes. The traditional dress for men is lungi. It is worn under the waist below the shirt, and to cover the shoulders, men generally wear angavastram. During festive seasons or on special occasions, men wear panchi, which is a dhoti form, and Mysore peta, which is a traditional headgear commonly seen among Karnataka men. Men costumes from both Hindu and Christian community follow similar dressing styles. They include jubba, which is an upper garment similar to kurta, which is worn by the men in different parts of Karnataka or other parts of India also. It is a long tunic with a long sleeves and as a cuffless garment, and sometimes it is having a collarless and a free neckline. Banyan is another upper garment worn by the men when they are inside their houses, or it is generally used as undergarment under jubba when they go outside. Coming to the lower garment of men, two styles of wrapping lower garment belong to this place. The two different styles of lower garment are dhotara and panchi. Dhotara is a dhoti having around 4 meters to 5 meters in its length and 1.5 meter in its width. It has a narrow border on both the lengths. It is draped around the waist with a posterior tuck that is giving a bifurcated effect. Panchi is another style of lower garment which is generally worn like a lungi, and this style is very common among all southern states of India. Shalya or the angavastra is a shoulder cloth generally used along with panchi or dhoti. It is a piece of cloth worn over the shoulders by the elderly people. Coming to the headdress, the men here in Karnataka follow three different styles of headdress. The first one is a rumal, which is a large square piece of cloth as a headdress, but it is less seen nowadays. Pita is a characteristic headdress of the people from Mysore states and often bordered with the lace. Particularly it is worn in the southern regions of Karnataka. It is worn around the head in a triangular fashion. Cap is occasionally worn in place of turban by the young Karnataka people. Muslim men dress is something little different from the Hindu or Christian communities. Some Muslim men wear pajamas instead of dhoti as a lower garment, skull cap along with the turban as a headdress. The uniqueness is that turban is tied in a cap form. The rest of the dress is similar to the men belonging to the other parts of Karnataka. Mopla men community, which is a trading community in Karnataka, has their own unique style of dressing. Men wear lungi, which is a white or a striped cloth, as a lower garment. Shirt is worn along with lungi with a cap as a headdress. The other important part of Karnataka is a Coorg. Coorg is a very beautiful place having its own style of dressing. Hence, one look at the costume of these people, they can easily identify that they belong to the Coorg or Kodavai land. Upper garment of these men is a very unique style which is called as kupaya. Kupaya is a knee-length half-sleeved coat. This kupaya is worn over a full-sleeved white shirt. Coming to the lower garment of Coorg men, modern but it is a unique style of wearing loose trousers are preferred by these Coorg men. Coorg districts of Karnataka do have their unique style of waist belt. Apart from the coat, a maroon or a gold slash or a sash is used around the waist, which is called as chali. Chali is tied around the waist. It is either made with cotton or silk. And generally, the most identical accessory used by the Coorg men is Coorg knife, a beautifully decorated silver dagger called as pechikatti is being tucked into the chali, that is a waist belt. A silver dagger is a part of the Kodavai costume. Apart from pechikatti, odikatti, which is a small knife, is also tucked into the chali at the back side. Coming to the headdress of this Coorg man, large turban which is a flat at the top is worn covering the nape of the neck is used as a common traditional headgear. Coming to the village costumes of Karnataka, Magadhi village in Dharwad district, which is laying towards the northwest of Karnataka, is one of the prominent village in Karnataka. The main community living here are Lingaites, which is a major population, and next to Lingaites they are Kurbas. Kurbas are the shepherd types, and Lambadis, who are the nomadic people, are the major community living in these villages. Coming to the upper garment of these men, double kasi angi resembles a kurta in a tunic fashion, is a common among the men. Coming to the lower garment, dhoti, which is worn with kacha, that is a pleats, in a unique style is being worn by these people. Coming to the headdress, turban is worn in a unique style. Pataga is a 5.5 meters by 81 centimeters fabric with a one end hanging at the back side is wrapped around the head. Rumal is another headgear which is 5.5 meters by 46 centimeters, which is just wrapped around the head completely. Sometimes cap is also used by the young men. Kambali is a coarser wrapper which is a woolen blanket used as a supplementary garment for the field workers. It is used as a weighing pad or as a basket for carrying grass or carpet for resting as on the headgear during the summer. Tannamani village in the Coorg district, men followed their unique style. Dhoti is in a shorter length is used as a lower garment. This is generally made without kacha, that is there is no pleats, it is simply wrapped around the waist, and generally shirt is worn over this dhoti. Trousers or the shirts or the coat or a full dress is compulsory among the men during religious occasions. Elder men cover their head with a square meter cloth which is having a tail of 30 centimeters hanging at the back. Younger men use cap as a headdress, hosiery vest and intimate garment as undergarments. Brahmin men generally wear dhoti in a kacha style, that is having the pleats and the back tucks, and the rest follow modern dresses, that is a trouser and a shirt. Now let us understand the men's costume from Kerala. Kerala is famous as a God's own land. It is synonymous with the simplicity and elegance. Kerala traditional costumes reflect the inherent simple lifestyle of the Malayalam speaking people. White and half-white are the preferred colors in the traditional costumes of Kerala, both for men and women. With a continuous change in designing and fashion, the dress code of Keralites have changed considerably. The traditional form of dressing has been reserved for special occasions. The main traditional lower garment for both men and women is called as mundu. It is a piece of white cloth having a golden zari border, symbolizes the royalty, which is wrapped around the waist, hangs from up to ankle. The people of Kerala follow different religions, that is Hinduism, Christianity and Islam. Their style of dressing is as per their norms and the patterns that they followed in the areas that they live. For example, the way Muslim men wear mundu is much different from the way Hindu men wear it. Muslim men wear a cap that is called as kula on their head. Coming to the upper garment, many men wear no upper garment above the waist, but those who belong to the higher caste or economically upward community men, they do wear a towel which is wrapped around the shoulders. It just covers as a upper garment. The upper garment which is wrapped around the shoulders is called as thorattu or thorattu mundu. It is a short piece of cloth which is thrown over the shoulder or folded or hang from one shoulder like a towel. Paramundu is another style of upper garment. It's upper wrapper in fact. It is a better textured cloth usually made of fine cotton or a silk, is used for a special occasions. It's a longer than thorattu and having a golden zari borders wrapped around the upper part of the body. Sometimes shirt is also used in place of thorattu or paramundu. It is a modern garment instead of a wrapper. Shirt is generally mostly preferred by the young men who belong to the urban sections or urban areas. Nowadays, villagers are also using shirt while going out. The main lower garment for all the community men living here is mundu. It is tucked from the waist and reaches up to the ankle and giving a wearer a particular simple walking style. It is worn around the waist like a lungi, and Hindus and Christians tuck it inside at the right side, and whereas Muslims tuck it on the left side. Muslim men wear mundu is sometimes attached to the waist with a string having pieces of gold or silver coins containing religious text called as nool. The mundu reaches up to the ankle or nearly to the ground. It is commonly folded up from below up to the knees and tucked back into the waist, giving a half mundu style so that it gives a free movement to the wearer. It also saves the garment from getting wet or soiling during the rainy season. As no pleats are included in wrapping this mundu, it is very simple to wear. Kosava mundu is another style of lower garment used by Kerala men. The mundu worn by the Hindu men residing in the state of Kerala is called Kasava mundu. This dress is very much popular in the rural and remote areas also. It is a piece of cloth made out of cotton which is having 3 or 4 meters long, having a silk borders. Lungi or kali is another style of lower garment. An informal dress for Kerala men is lungi, and locally it is called as kaili or kaili mundu. It is considered as a casual dress or a working dress for laborers. Most men in Kerala use lungi as a home dress or a sleeve dress when at home. Men usually leave their upper body uncovered. Lungis are generally colorful and with varying designs. Lungis are not generally used during the festival or religious occasions. During the marriage ceremonies, the Kerala man is supposed to wear the traditional mundu only. Saffron color mundus are also being used by the Brahmin men during festival occasions, which is called as Kavai mundu. But while moving out of their houses, these men take a shirt and a mundu and apply a paste of sandal on their chest and a brows, which provides them a much dignified appearance as a royal look. Dhoti is generally worn on a very religious occasions only. Otherwise, mundu is a very peculiar lower garment for men. Long dhoti on religious occasions with the front pleats and the back tuck is worn by the Namboothires Eliots. The style of wearing dhoti is called as tata. Along with dhoti, an undergarment is also preferred by the men. Konam or kopianam is a strip of cloth passed between the thighs, attached at the front and the back side of the waist with the string at the waist. Nowadays, all the men prefer modern intimate garments. Coming to the headdress, skull cap is a small linen skull cap is only used by the Muslim men. Otherwise, other community men do not wear any type of headdress. Coming to the village costumes, Edamon village in the south of Kerala is one of the unique place of Kerala, and it is very famous for tea and rubber plantations. Major communities living in this place are Hindus, Christians and Muslims. Elderly men wear mundu and a shawl, whereas the field workers wear dhoti and a piece of cloth tied around the head or shoulders. Generally, those workers working in the tea plantations or tea estates, they do wear banyan, vest and dhoti. Students, now let us understand the men's costume from Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is a distinct ethnic group with a history dating back to Sangam era. Tamilians either follow Saivites or Vaishnavites of the Hindu community. The majority of the Tamils are Hindus, and Christians and Muslims do live with harmony, having their own unique style of dressing and festive occasions. Lord Muruga is the chief deity of the Tamils. Indian costumes earned their global recognition on the strength of their beauty and elegance. Many adore and love Indian costumes because of the Tamilian costumes only. Clothing of Tamil Nadu is not restricted to women. Men also have passion to show their style and look handsome. They wear a lungi with the angavastra or a shirt. The tremendous and traditional lungi invented in South India only. Angavastram is the chief upper garment. It is a long piece of cloth draped around the shoulders. Previously it was worn as an upper garment, but nowadays men wear an angavastra over a shirt, whereas Muslim men wear banyan as an upper garment. They prefer no angavastra. Lungi is the lower garment for Tamil Nadu men. It is usually seen with a unique style, generally in a white color. The traditional lungi is originated in South India. The lungi is a rectangular cloth usually made of white cotton, draped around the waist and pleated in the front at the groin. Muslim men wear colorful lungis. Otti vesti is having around 7 meters dhoti, and it is draped in a lungi form without any tucks at the back side. So it is a straight piece of fabric wrapped around the waist without any bifurcation style. The other style of lungi is called retai vesti, which is a double length of the fabric is wrapped around the waist, which is having a lengthwise folds. Dhoti is a longer lungi but with the additional length of material pulled between the legs in a bifurcated style. It is locally called as vesti or vetti. It is worn in two ways, that is panchagacham and trikacham. Panchagacham is having a 5 tucks made with the longer dhoti used on the festive occasions. The other style is called trikacham, which is having a 3 tucks and generally worn on day-to-day wear. Generally, Brahmin men wear white dhoti, whereas red dhoti is used by the Kshatriyas. Yellow and bright colored dhotis are used by the Vaishyas. Coming to the undergarment, komanam is the underwear, which is a rectangular piece of cloth tucked in the front and the back side. A triangular cloth as a diaper called as langodu is used by children of Tamil Nadu. Coming to the rural and tribal costumes of Tamil Nadu, Nanjanan village in Nilgiri districts belonging to the west part of Tamil Nadu, having Todas, which is the main community living here in this hilly forest area. They have their unique style of clothing in order to protect them from extreme climatic conditions. Men and women wear similar garments with a change in the wrap. They use a thick white cloth of 4.6 meters and 1.5 meter, which is called as putakulai, which is wrapped around the body in a cocoon style. This cloth has 1 or 2 vertical borders of red, blue or black colors woven in it, and also has a embroidery work on these shawls. Puttakulai is wrapped from the shoulder up to the chin to the knee level. Underneath the puttakulai, a cloth is wrapped around the waist by men. Nellitharai village in Coimbatore district of west of Tamil Nadu has Airulas and Okalgas. Airulas and Okalgas are the tribal people belonging to these places. Both the sects of people have different style of clothing. Airula men wear langoti around the loins as a lower garment. As a upper garment, a towel is placed on the shoulders. Whereas Okalgas are the better dressed than Airulas. They wear vesti, a short dhoti and a towel on the shoulders, and many men wear shirt as a upper garment. Kutumangalam village in Kanyakumari district, the major population of this region are Nadars and Krishnavaga Sare are the Hindi people, and Nayars and Mudaliyar are the Christians. The influence of Kerala style of dressing is seen among the people this place. Men wear mundu, that is 3.7 meters, and it is tied around the waist in a lungi style. A towel is placed on the shoulders as a upper garment or a headdress, and shirt is used on festive occasions. Now let us understand the costumes of men from Andhra Pradesh. United Andhra Pradesh is the fourth largest state of India, which displays the wide spectrum of varied population residing in this land with their diverse culture and heritage. The major regions of this state are Telangana, Rayalaseema and Andhra. From June 2014 onwards, the Telangana region has formed into a new state of India. United Andhra Pradesh costumes are very famous, which is made out of cotton and silk textiles. The people developed the art of weaving, dyeing and printing in ancient times. This region was the center for civilization, and traditionally weaving techniques have been developed over 3000 years ago. Costumes of men from this region are dhoti and kurta. Among the Hindus and Christians, men usually wear a dhoti and a kurta. The Muslims is generally seen with pajamas instead of dhoti, and kurta along with a fuzz cap, that is a skull cap, is on religious occasion. The state has half nomadic tribes hailing from Lambades or Banjaras or Sugali tribes are involved in agriculture sector. It is evident that costumes they could cater would represent their culture and the lifestyle. Coming to the upper garment used by the elite group of Andhra Pradesh, jubba or kurta is the common upper garment. Jubba is the common upper garment seen among the elder men of Andhra Pradesh. It is generally with a wide neck loose garment with a short sleeves and a small front opening. Jubba is slowly being replaced with the shirt by the younger men. Coming to the scarf, all the men belonging to this state do wear a scarf which is called as paipatta or kanduva. Mostly kanduva or paipatta owned by the coastal region men on religious occasion. It is a 2 meters lengthy cloth usually folded and put over the shoulders and allowed to fall backwards on the same shoulder, or sometimes it is worn around the head or neck depending on the requirement. Towel is another type of scarf used by the men belonging to the poorer classes. A towel is a hand woven material swatching over the shoulders, as they do not wear any other upper garment. Generally, headdress is not seen among the Andhra Pradesh men, but sometimes white turban is seen among the men living in the areas towards Karnataka. Skull cap is preferred by the Muslim men. Coming to the lower garment used by the Andhra Pradesh men, dhoti is the lower garment. They prefer to wear dhoti in a traditional style with a white color dhoti with a gold border. Sometimes some men do wear in a colorful form also. The mode of wrapping dhoti is called as gochi pancha or panchakattu. The middle portion of dhoti is adjusted along the waist in such a manner that the right portion of the dhoti is made longer than the left side. The left portion is drawn between the legs and tucked at the back waist. In more traditional style, some portion of dhoti is being tucked at the back side, which is called as gochi, is spread out to cover the back side of the seat and again tucked into the waist. The lower right portion is made into the plaits and tucked in the front waist. The lower ends of the pleats are called kuchalu, are taken up and finally tucked in the front waist. Lungi is the common style of lower garment by the Andhra Pradesh men. The method of wrapping the shorter length of 5 meters long cloth as a lower garment is called as adda pancha or godakattu. Nothing but a lungi style that is in the form of sarang. This is simply wrapped around the waist, held by the side tucks without having any front pleats or posterior tucks. Working class generally wear this type of lower garment and fold it up above the knees to facilitate easy movement. Colored or striped lungis is common among the Muslim men. On ceremonial occasions, men prefer chudidar instead of dhoti or lungi. Along with chudidar, sherwani is used, which is embellished and fitted kurta as a upper garment, and this is commonly seen among the Muslim men. Coming to the village or the tribal costumes of Andhra Pradesh, Bairlagudam village in Kurnool district is one of the prominent place. Tribal people belonging to this place are Chenchulu, the local natives. Older men wear a strip of cloth which is passed between the legs and secured by the waist with the form of a strip. Younger men of this community wear a shirt and a cloth around the waist. Pallivampalli village in Chittoor district has Lambadis as a prominent population. Lambadis are a familiar tribal group in Andhra Pradesh and are well known traditional colorful costumes. The Lambada men has almost taken into the western costumes, leaving their traditional wear, but the women still follow their traditional costumes. Men of this Lambada tribe wear a white dhoti, shirt, turban in a red or white color, silver waistband, golden earrings on festive occasions, along with a coat with a colorful dress completes this men costume. So students, by now we are understood that different costumes of men belonging to the different parts of India, that is the northwestern part of India, Maharashtra, and as well as the southern parts of India, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh.